Hiya, and thanks for joining us on this vlog. So we're in the middle of Birmingham now. Well, actually, we're just going up the Fossdyke Canal, as it turns out. But this vlog that we're just showing now is from a little bit behind, so it's from April of last year, and we're in the middle of Birmingham. We were going to go east on the Birmingham and Paisley, and then on up to the northeast, which we will eventually do. But we decided to make a bit of a detour. We got a friend, Vicky, and her little daughter Phoebe, that live at Tipton, which is out to the west. So we decided we'd probably try and go out there to see them, and also to see a little bit of Birmingham from the boat. So there's two choices really to get to Tipton. You can either take the old main line, or there's the new main line. I wanted to start with the old main line, so we're going to do that. That starts from Tipton, and then we come down the old main line and finish in the middle of Birmingham near the old turn. So here we are, just setting off from Tipton, and we pass through Tipton Green, and then we head into the Dudley Arm. We just went down here just to take a look really. So you can see the tunnel here in the distance down this small arm. This tunnel is not very easily to navigate now because it's very tight on dimensions, and you can't use a diesel engine there because it's got no ventilation. So this is also where Peaky Blinders is. Some of it is filmed here at the Black Country Museum. The old main line was proposed by a group of prominent Birmingham businessmen from the Lunar Society, and they commissioned canal engineer James Brindley to construct a link from Birmingham to the rest of the canal network, and it was completed in 1770. So it's mainly like a contour design, so it meanders around quite a lot, but the reason it meandered was to take in quite a lot of the factories and mines in the Black Country in Birmingham. And one example of that would be Matthew Bolton's Soho manufactory. This is the Neverton branch to the left, which joins the old and new main lines, and just to the right you can just see the Neverton Tunnel. This was the last tunnel to be built in Britain in the canal age. It was finished in 1858. It was built to relieve the congestion on the tunnel we saw earlier, the Dudley Tunnel. So this is the Gower branch. This is another link which runs parallel with the Neverton link, which joins the old line to the new line. Because there's a difference in the height, the new main line is lower down, so there's a series of locks to get between the old line and the new. This stretch of the canal underneath the M5 is quite fascinating. It sort of really gives you a perspective of the old and new. When you're considering both the construction techniques that were used then as there is now, and also obviously the change in transportation methods over the years. And it's quite amazing that the canal has managed to stay here, and the motorway has been built around it. And this is particularly so with this aqueduct. So this is called the Stewart Aqueduct in Smethwick, and it carries the West Coast main line, which was built in 1852, the Green Bridge. And then looking down you can see the new main line canal, so we're going over the top of that. And then we're just about to go underneath the M5, and that was built in 1970, 200 years after the canal that we were on was first opened. So this is Smethwick Pump House. This was one of two that was constructed to pump water to the summit to enable to supply the canal. This one was used to pump water from the Birmingham direction, and there was one at Spon Lane, which you'll see in the video, and that pumped water from Wolverhampton direction. So we branched off the canal to take a trip down the engine arm to fill up with water at the services, and also to have a bit of a nosy really to see what it was like down there. One of the guys who was a resident at one of the moorings here asked us if we'd been down the weed hatch yet, as he said that most people that come down here get something wrapped around their prop. No, we replied, no, all good here, thanks, no problem at all. So we turn around after filling up with water and we leave, and Kay steers us back up the arm to rejoin the old main line. So as we were approaching Smethwick locks, there's a flight of 3 locks here. Kay complains that the tiller is very juddery and she really struggled to turn the boat out of the engine arm. So once we'd gone through the locks, I thought we better take a look, and when we lifted up the weed hatch cover and I got my arm down inside, yeah, sure enough, there was loads of debris all around the prop, so we had to pick it all off, and we had quite a collection of stuff. Took us about half hour, but once it was all off, the juddering had stopped, and we could steer the boat properly again. So we're going down quite a straight bit of the canal here now, so we're actually on the new main line here. There's lots of loops that divert off, but we were getting a bit short of time, the daylight was running out, so we decided to carry on the main line. One day we'll come back and do all these loops, because these loops were created when the new main line went through. So yeah, there's a few I pointed out. There's the Icknield Port Loop, the Soho Loop where Matthew Bolton had his manufactory, Cape Loop, the Soho Foundry Loop, and also Ouzels Loop, which is the last one that you'll see before we moor up. Thanks very much for watching. The next vlog will be the journey out on the new main line. As I spoke about earlier, this is the one that was done by Thomas Telford in the 1820s. So yeah, thanks very much for watching, and if you liked it, please do the thumbs up, and please subscribe. I'll see you again next time. Thanks very much. Bye.